right? Check this out. Man, I don't know what time it is. It says it's 5:32 in the morning. Um, I couldn't sleep, man. I've been wrestling with this idea in my head for a minute. Um, I'm gonna read to you what I wrote down because I just woke up and I couldn't get this thought out of my head. And it seems real basic, the idea about what I'm trying to say, and it really is. It really is. I think we as humans, we just complicate that shit with a little bit of our emotions, a little bit of wanting to put ourselves into the idea, wanting to add into the equation. But what can I personally get out of this idea? This is a humankind idea. This is an idea that's supposed to affect humankind, everybody as a whole, not just one person. So no one person is gonna gain benefit out of this. But this is what I wrote. When you imply or make fun of what someone else is doing, it suggests that they don't agree with what you think or how you feel. That implies that we should think as the individual who's making fun of them, which in turn makes me think, is it better to understand somebody and their differences and how they act and how they treat each other and just understand it? That's you, you know what I mean? It doesn't affect me neither here nor there, and move on. Um, I recently had somebody that made me think about the way I think, but that was really all that person did. That person is very successful in what they do, very successful in what they do, but that person is also very different from how me and my family are. Um, the person in question, their success is awesome, man. I'm pretty sure they came from nowhere and they ended up somewhere. Their keys to success won't be my keys. Their keys to a happy life won't be my keys. And if they are, I'd like to use them. And if they're not, I'd like to move on. But I won't wrestle with the differences between the two. I'll just use the thing that's more helpful. And if I'm not quite like you or I don't agree with the things that you agree with, that's fine. If you want to roast me behind my back, that's cool. And if you want to roast me to my face, that's cool. But when you start to imply pressure to the people around me so that they think like you, that's tyranny mentally. It's, hey, I'm better than you. Do you want to be like me? Then you have to act like me. And that's not true. If you want to be like somebody in question or you want to be like somebody that you look up to, that's great. Don't design yourself around a person. Design yourself around your own feelings. Design yourself by how you feel and the way things make you feel around you. And that's not always going to be the right way. There's no one answer to life. There's no one question. You know, me and my wife were talking last night, and we came to understanding that there's not one thing that's going to, when you say, oh, hey, me and her, I got into it at work with this guy, and I got into it with this girl. Oh, I just won't talk to you no more. That's an elongated answer. Like that answer is going to answer every problem that comes up now. You may have a problem with sharing. You may have a problem with getting in people's business. You may have a problem with every single time you hear or see something about someone, you need to go talk about them. Man, you know what they're going through. Man, do you know what they did? Man, you know what? Man, come on. If that's if that becomes the norm, pointing out what the person's mistakes are, they don't want to be around you. They come to feel, man, when I'm around you, you make me really look at myself, but you don't do any positive stuff. You just tell me what, man, I can't look at what you're doing. If you make some suggestions, hey man, it's probably tough what you're going through. You might want to try this. Anyway, hey, so what's going on with your day? It kind of seems like, man, you're not really making this person think like you. You made some suggestions, but what they're going through doesn't affect how you are. Now, if it does, then it's under question. How much do I need this person in my life? How important is their friendship? What am I getting out of it? And it's not necessarily a gain thing. If you're not getting something out of the relationship that you're with in somebody, that doesn't mean that you kick them to the side or whatever. You put them on the back burner. Don't spend as much time with them. You try to evaluate where you're going with it. What's real and what's not. What's superficial and what's not. A lot of things to me don't really have anything to do with how I appear to anybody. I wear yellow socks, gray shoes, and whatever. It's just how I look has never really. I don't know. That's neither here nor there. Uh, Relationships, man. Just want you to see this. I couldn't get this idea out of my head, man. I'm the king of roasting. That doesn't mean you can't roast nobody, man. You get your pea brain, pickle head, knuckle nose, face looking ass. And that's what I do. I like to. I can roast with the best of them. I should have been on Justin Bieber's roast, man. I got that nigga. Um, but do you see how they do it? One roast one and the other one roast the other. You kind of take it with a grain of salt. You don't let that alter how you think or live. And for those of you who feel like, man, but I just don't get it, man. I feel like I don't have no friends. I feel like nobody gets me. I'm weird or whatever. Find somebody else that feels the same way and ask them questions, man. What are you doing? How do you get along? How do you get by? Who did you make friends with? Make friends with their friends. And tell them what you're going through. Hey, man, it was kind of hard. I didn't even know if you wanted to talk to me. I kind of felt weird about it. Be surprised how far honesty goes, man. Honesty will change a lot inside of you. It'll change the people around you, too. It'll make them start to look at you different. Damn, man, this guy was like this. He is like this. I'm not going to sit here and say that I don't have a bunch of faults, man. I got a shitload of problems. Man. I make mistakes every day. I try to learn from them, man. I'm going through some shit right now with my own man. I don't even want to go through this shit with this man. But I'm a hard-headed motherfucker, and so is he. I can't do nothing but apologize, man. I'm sorry. I meant what I said. I know you meant what you said. Here we are. I don't know what to do from here, man. This is what I'm going through, man. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect by any means. I'm just somebody who's taking notice that we're going down the wrong route, man. Everything is always about how much money do we have and how good do we look as we're getting there, and don't let nobody know. And, ooh, this is gonna look bad if they find out. And oh, everything just seems to be, we're not really interacting with each other as humans. We're doing everything based on how it's gonna look. I don't understand stuff like that, man. I try to help as much as I can in any situation. That doesn't mean I'm always right, man. I can admit when I'm wrong. But if I'm not wrong, or if I feel like I'm not wrong, someone needs to sit down and explain to me, well, this is where you were wrong at. And then we still may not see eye to eye. We still may not look at each other and be like, oh, I get it, I really do. I guess that's where that term, you have to agree to disagree. Now, there's some action that comes with that. You can't just say, oh, we have to agree to disagree. All right, that means now you have to be understanding. Stop bringing it up. Stop throwing it in somebody's face. Stop waiting for every few seconds to, oh, look, see how right I was? See how right I was? That's not the gist of it. Because there's going to be a lot of times when you're righter than someone else and they're righter than you. But if y'all spend each other's time pointing that out, then you're living your life telling someone how right you are. That's got to be fucking boring. I know, because I get bored trying to prove my point to people. I don't know. Maybe that's me trying to, I don't know, get you to think like me. I'm in the wrong. I'm in the fucking wrong. I can say that. But if there's no feedback, nobody wants to acknowledge nothing I'm saying, that's cool too. I'm dead serious when I say I'm about helping people, man. I really am. And I got my own fucking problems, man. I'm trying to deal with myself. I'm trying to deal with how I interact with people. I got a bad temper. I'm real bullheaded. If I tell you that I believe in something, it's because I believe it. And I have facts to state, to support everything that I feel like I understand. If you feel a different way, man, you want to tell me, hey, well, look, this might be why this is different. I'm always open to suggestions. Always, man, always. This is what makes life beautiful. Everything I thought I understood about what I was going to be and how I was going to be. Look, I put this on my chest long. I put this right here a long time ago. Mi feria es mi orgullo. In Spanish, that means my money is my pride. Oddly enough, feria really means circus. But people kind of jump through hoops and three-ring circus to get money, don't they? I meant when I wrote it down the first time, when I had the idea in my head, I thought, yeah, nigga, my money is my pride. Yeah, shit. As long as I got some money, they gonna respect me. And that's the truth. It didn't matter how much crack I smoked. It didn't matter what I did or who I stole from. As long as I would come around with money, oh, man, you alright, man. But if I came around with no money, oh, man, here comes cash, man. Damn, man. You probably gonna want about $10. Man, goddamn. But goddamn it, let there be money in my pocket. And suddenly everything I was into was acceptable. If I had more money in the situation I'm in now, everything I'm doing would be acceptable. But I don't. So it appears as though I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm not trying to get anything from anybody. Love one another as much as you can. Have understanding. And when you make a mistake and you're wrong or whatever, admit it. I've already apologized to the man. I can't do nothing else but wait now. I believed in what I said. That doesn't make it right. I can say that, but if you won't let me say it to your face, this is as close as I can get to you, baby. It is what it is. 10 minutes, 23 seconds. I probably got a couple more to go. But look, the whole point is, man, love each other, man. Love each other. Love each other as much as possible. Um, it's not going to be easy. And when you make one decision, it comes with footwork. If you decide you're not going to hold something against somebody because he's weird or he doesn't act like you, then you have to actually not hold it against them. And the footwork comes in not making fun of them, not throwing in little anecdotes, not throwing in little, yeah, see, told you you're weird. Every chance you get pointing out their iniquities or their in, what makes them unique, their individualness, I guess. I don't even know if that's a word. If you constantly just want to point that shit out, you can. You can sit there and be pretty and point out how ugly everybody else is all you want. It doesn't make you any prettier. It doesn't make you any tougher. It doesn't make you any cooler. When I sit here and tell somebody, damn, nigga, you a hoe, bitch, you can't fight, you ain't got no hands, you ain't got... It doesn't make me fight any better because anybody could formulate their mouth to say that shit. If you're out there in the world, man, and I got beef with you, best I can say is, man, I'm sorry. For whatever it is you don't like about me. And if you're out there in the world and I've neglected you, the best I can tell you is that I'm sorry. If you don't think that I'm working on myself, man, you have to ask, who was Cash last year? Y'all remember? Corpus Christi remembers. I'm not that person, man. And maybe I am. Maybe collectively all that stuff is still inside of me. Oh no, you know what? Let's just be honest, man. It is. It's a testament to it's a testament, man, to me trying to be different if I'm not sitting here looking for every excuse to run back to that shit. Who knows? This is what I got, man. This is all I could. Love each other, man. Love each other as much as possible. As much as possible. And the only way that you know how. And collectively try to ask other people how to do it better. As a whole, man, as humans, this is something that we're responsible for. And you're not going to get this by logging on to, well, maybe, I guess I shouldn't say that. You're going to get it by logging on to YouTube. But spending your day doing this, man, you're going to cheat yourself out of human interaction. That's all I got, man. That's all I got. I don't want to make it the whole 15 minutes. It's 5 o'clock in the morning, man. God bless you guys. Or if you don't believe in God, then think highly of yourself. That's what I got.